Okay, so this is going to be an important video. If you want, this is going to be a very important video if you want to run really good ads for your home improvement business. And running really good ads isn't difficult, but it takes some thinking, right? You can't just you can't just go into ads wanting to put a link to your website and then some like picture of somebody working on a house and expect to get a bunch of leads, right? You want to have a methodology to what you're doing. You want to know what you're doing. This is whether you're working on the ads yourself, you're making it yourself, or you're hiring an agency or someone to do it for you. You want to look out for these things. Now, first things first, you want to have a really good hook for your ad. What is a hook? It's someone that hooks attention. It's something that hooks attention. It's something that gets attention right off the bat. It's something that's relevant to somebody. So if you're targeting homeowners, you have to think about, well, what would be relevant to them, and we're going to go through that. So hooks act as scroll stoppers, calling out the problem, desire, and the result your audience cares about. So examples are, hey, homeowners in insert state, right? So it could be Denver, Colorado, or it could be Arlington, Virginia. It could be Los Angeles, whatever the city is. It's relevant to the person, so their ears perk up. Tired of high energy bills? A new roof might be the answer. So what you're doing is, I would start with, hey, homeowners, this is what we've tested a lot and it works really well. Hey, homeowners, do you deal with this problem? So, hey, homeowners, are you tired of high energy bills? Is your home looking outdated? So that's a problem. And then from there, you could, maybe exacerbate the problem. So say, is this issue causing X, Y, and Z? Right. So they're like, hey, wait, they're speaking to me. And also I am dealing with this problem. And then from there, they are more curious about what your offer is, like what you have to offer in the ad, which we'll talk about. So those are examples of hooks. Usually, hooks will be in the first sentence, second sentence um, of your ad, right? So call out the location, use numbers, be specific. If they're saving money, how much are they saving? Because that really drives curiosity. Now, emojis. I know if you don't use emojis in your ads, you're probably like, emojis. Emojis go a long way because what do? They grab attention. They stand out, especially on Facebook where people are looking at cat videos and they're scrolling a lot. Your ad has to stand out more than just the creative. So on your ad copy, you want to have emojis. 1 to 3 per sentence, readable. Match the theme, tools, houses, savings, lightning, thumbs up, whatever is related to what you offer, right? Make it relevant to it. And don't put too many emojis. It looks spammy. Don't do that. Next, social proof. So what we've tested with our clients is that when you add social proof to your ads, click-through rates go up. Because usually that testimonial that we put is very relevant to the ad. So it's a testimonial of somebody that has claimed that offer, that has gotten that service done. And because of that, the person reading this ad is more interested because they see that there's social proof, right? So pull a quick quote from a customer of yours and put that in your ad. For example, they did my roof in 3 days and it looks amazing. Or summarize results over 100 5-star reviews from local homeowners in city. I personally think this type of testimonial is a little bit better from like a real person, and such. And with your creative, you can test screenshots as well or video testimonials from your clients as the ad creative itself, and that can go such a long way, right? Kind of like a user generated content type of deal. Now, probably the most important part of your ad is the offer. um, because without a good offer, you might find that you get a lot of impressions. Maybe people comment, okay, but they don't really opt in. They don't become leads. So your offer needs to actually be good to your demographic. So examples of some solid offers are free roof inspection plus quote. Maybe you could add on something else. $500 off all bathroom remodels booked before Friday. 0% financing available, limited spots. What you notice with all these offers is they have some sort of urgency to them. And you want to have real urgency to your offers because you don't want people to be like, oh, that looks nice. And then they're like, I'll look into it later. You want it to be like, hey, the last day is like Wednesday, the last day is Friday, limited spots, only so many vouchers we're giving out. That increases the chances of people actually opting in. So if your ads aren't working that well, you have to ask yourself, do I have urgency and scarcity at play? And this is real urgency and scarcity. You're not just making this stuff up. It creates a lot of value in the eyes of people when you do that. Next, clear call to action. Have a very clear call to action. Okay, they saw your ad, they read it, they're interested. What do they do next? Click here to learn more. Learn more is probably my favorite call to action. They click there, they go to your funnel website. You should have a funnel, or they go to your Facebook form that they fill out their information, right? Even that form should be guiding them. Like, okay, they fill out their information. What do they do after? Okay, you'll be expect a call from this number in the next 5 minutes. That's what you should do. That way they know, okay, they're going to call, your company is going to call them in the next 5 minutes, so they should be ready. Don't have them fill out a Facebook form and then follow up 5 days later and they don't know who you are, right? You have to approach Facebook ads with as much, giving, your leads as much context and information as possible so that they actually like know what to expect next. Same thing with your funnel and landing page. And if you need help with that, let me know. So your call to action should be very clear. Send us a message for your instant estimate. Schedule your free consultation today. And on your, if they're going to a funnel of yours, make sure you're capturing emails as soon as possible. That way you can stay in contact with them, email and phone number. If it's a Facebook form, obviously they stay on Facebook, but they still share that information. And you should have automations at play to engage your leads as quickly as possible, like I've talked about in my previous videos. Now, another thing about your ad is you want to have high quality creatives, right? Really good creatives. That the job of a creative's job, a creative's job is to also grab attention. So make sure that you do things that grab attention. Maybe nice colors, nice fonts, maybe not too much text, but good text. Before and after photos, if Facebook allows you, it should, but in some industries they don't really allow you to do that. Short videos, user generated content, as I talked about in the testimonials, text overlay, right, with your kind of your offer right there. I also recommend looking at Facebook ads library to get some inspiration from competitors, whether they're local competitors or they're like in a different state. You want to look at the best ads and basically recreate the best ads because they're working. And an ad is doing well on Facebook library on Facebook ads library when that company has been running it for like 6 months straight. So that's the key thing there. So to summarize this whole thing, you want to have a good hook for your ads, scroll stopping, specific, emotionally relevant, emojis, that are on brand, that are relevant to your industry, that get attention, testimonial, a short testimonial. Again, I emphasize this because the ads that do really well for our agency, a lot of times there's a testimonial on the copy, like 9 times out of 10. The offer needs to be on point. It needs to be good. It needs to be very relevant to what people care about, right? And get get generous with your offer because it's only going to get you more leads basically. And of course, leads isn't the end all be all because you still need to convert those into customers, but it's a starting point. Um and such. Call to action, be direct and clear about what they should be doing next, and then you're creative. Make sure that it is high quality. I think Facebook even has a score that scores the quality of your ad, so you can look at that score in your Facebook ads dashboard as well. So that's the anatomy of a great Facebook ad, right? Not complicated, but definitely multiple things to remember. And of course, there's other factors here where it's like budgeting. What ads should you keep on? What ads should you turn off? When should you do it? All those things. If you have any questions on that, let me know. I'd be happy to offer you a consultation if you need help with that. Hope you gained a lot from this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.